Welcome back to Crewsgarden. Today I'm going to be trellising up all my raspberry, blackberry, and wildberry bushes that I had transplanted here in the spring. I dug them all up because they were beside the greenhouse and they were starting to shoot up through the floor. Also, when I got the raised garden beds, I wanted to put one of the garden beds where the raspberries were. So when I cut them all down, it just made it easier for transplanting them. And I had to wait for them to shoot back up. Now, if you own any raspberries, blackberries, wildberries, or any of the variety, you'll know that they go into the ground and they shoot up in various places. So one way to manage that I find to be the best is trellising them up. Again, Dollarama, really good for gardening wire, and the stakes you can get at like Home Hardware and other hardware stores, and I think they're like $11 depending on the size you want. So I like to cut them back quite a bit, depending on which one it is, if it's spring or fall. For instance, these ones I didn't cut back all the way, these canes, because I wasn't sure how green they were, but these ones are pretty dry. That one came back, the rest didn't. Some grow on old growth, and some grow on new. So I'm just gonna cut these off because I don't need them. It's stuck. There we go. The mosquitoes are really bad today. So one of the best ways to manage the shoots is cutting them back every year. That one's dead too. So it's pretty simple. Just find the first hole, or you can wrap it around the post. You don't have to use steel garden stakes or posts. Various places call them different things. I just do your basic loop and pull knot, because it's not so much for holding up the weight, it's more or less for just keeping them upright, but they don't get very heavy. I find the thinner they are, the better it is for pollination. Oh, I forgot my shears. And wear gloves, because this is not fun. And it got away on me. I'm trying to maintain getting it behind them. And pull it tight. It's kind of challenging because you wear gloves so you don't get poked in the hand, but it makes it very slippery when working with the hang on a second, I got a bee in my face. When you're working with the garden wire, and it's all tangled. Fantastic. You can use string or whatever you have handy. Oh my goodness, what a spaghetti mess this is. So I'll go up a little bit higher. And then what I do is the dollar store has, I know I mentioned the dollar store a lot, but come on everybody, if you can save $1 or $2 like the other dollar store, why not? Make sure. And I'm going to do this all the way down, but for today's video purposes, it just kind of holds them up a bit. And again, I forgot the shears. I need to get like a little Batman utility belt. And normally, when I had the old trellis up, It's easier to cut it back in the spring or fall and just attach the canes to it again. With safety first, put the lock on. Again, the gloves make it very slippery to pull the wire. One thing I find very difficult when it comes to raspberries, berries in general, is keeping the birds off them. A little bit of a weed here. Some new growth. That's nice. Everything else is tucked in. And I lost my wire roll. Oh, there it is. So the birds seem to be the biggest issue I have with being able to actually harvest my berries every season. Is they just eat them, or they don't even eat them sometimes. Sometimes they just rip them off, chew them up, and spit them out. It's very annoying. Just wrap it around. And I'm gonna go on the opposite side this time. Hopefully, yeah, that's long enough. Run around. Aha. These ones. Ah. Just sticks to me like Velcro. I am by no means an expert pro gardener, but it's fun. All right. Let's see how it's. Oh, it kind of broke off. Now that can be used as a cutting, so I'll save that guy. Might have to go weave this one under. You can weave them too. Instead of just doing one side and then the other. What hole is that? Oh, okay. Oop. Hey, look at the pocket. And I like to go in sections between the posts instead of like going all the way down to the other end, because it just gets really loose. Okay, I think one more. I got another roll. Yeah, it's plastic coated wire, garden wire. So if you have bird problems, leave a comment on how you deal with your bird issues when it comes to raspberries. I'd really appreciate the the feedback and the answers on the questions that I have as well. So, I've tried the whole decoy owls and hang on, like these things. They don't really work. I don't think they work. I get crows. I think they're called cracklers. Starlings. That's the majority of my issues. The squirrels don't really bother with the berries much, I find. What the heck is that? You don't belong. Get lost. Get out of here. Some weird plant. The wire is a little challenging to use because it's, I guess the way they spool it, is that the word, spool it? Woo! And yeah, so as you can see, it just starts holding it upright. Just like that. It doesn't take long. I keep forgetting what hole it goes on. What is that? 2 down? Might as well keep it even, right? Done. Yes, I know I shouldn't throw my tools in the dirt. But as you can see, it holds it up. You can weave it. Be very certain when you're going to plant raspberries and blackberries, because they're invasive. They will shoot out all over your garden if you don't keep them in check. They're great for doing little cuttings like this one. That'll probably just snip it again and then put a little root starter on it and stick it in the dirt and hopefully get a root system. Or you can put it in a glass of water and try that way. So yeah, makes it a lot more manageable for harvesting your berries because it goes up and you're not having to dig through it when it's all in a big schlump. Some of these guys, you can deadhead them too. See these guys. Once it does that, you just snip those off. Some of the leaves are changing color. I'm not sure why. I'll have to look into that. If you know why berries might be doing that. It's only the last week of August. I mean, July. Whoa, July. Getting ahead of myself here. Looking forward to the fall harvest. It has been getting cooler in the evenings, but I don't see it being the root cause, get it? Root cause of why leaves be changing. So I'm going to do this all the way down, and as it grows up, I will continue to trellis. That one's broken off. That's the one I just weaved through. Guess I snapped it. Oh well, another cutting. So yeah, let me know how your raspberries and blackberries are doing this year or this season. And let me know any tips and tricks you might have. I have to spend a little bit more time on these, getting the deadheads off, or deadheading them. Let me know how you deal with your birds. I'd appreciate it. So until next time, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share with a friend.